What's up, everybody? Welcome to BioWest 3 Raw TV. Today we're going to talk about something that I've thrown out things in the past. This is not a fitness video. This is more of, I guess, like a self-help video. And I wanted to do some like kind of proofs that I'm talking about, like the shadow work stuff that I talk about, where you kind of dig deep inside yourself and find out why you are the way you are, why you think the way you do, why you do the things you do, etc. And a lot of stuff stems from back when we're kids and we're developing that basically carries over into, first let's fix this fucking camera. That thing's like all messed up, right? Yeah, try that, make that shit square, that's better. So a lot of things happen to you as kids that shape you as adults. And you do things you're not really sure why. And if you can really trace it back and think about it, you'll figure it out to a time in your childhood where you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So I have this thing with t-shirts. You guys see that I always have crazy t-shirts on and stuff. This one's one of my own t-shirts that says awake, not woke on it. I love t-shirts. When I travel and go places, I buy like t-shirts. Literally, like let's say I go to Orlando, I'll buy like a shirt in Orlando. Now it may not be like a Disney World shirt or something, but I'll buy a shirt to like remember the occasion. It's like a kind of a souvenir for me. And I have probably, I have 2 closets full and 2 bureaus full of t-shirts. I'd say I probably have close to, if I had to really estimate, I don't really have a fucking clue, but it's in the hundreds of t-shirts. And of course I don't wear them all. I don't even know what I have anymore, to be totally honest with you. And I'll go through them and I'll pull a shirt out and it's just like a photograph, right? I'll look at it and be like, oh, I remember I got this one here. This is what was going on. Oh, those are good memories. It's really fucking weird. So, my wife and I, we'll go places and I'll buy a t-shirt. She's like, you just don't need another t-shirt. I'm like, I know. I don't understand why, but I really like this. She's like, are you gonna wear it? I'm like, yeah, and I'll wear it a couple times and then put it in the drawer, put it in the closet or whatever. And I started wondering why. Why do I want these fucking t-shirts so much? Like, why do I care? It's not like I need t-shirts. Like, what the fuck? So I started thinking back, when did this become a thing? So when I was a kid, I don't think I really gave a shit. So when did this become a thing? And it took a while, of kind of thinking it over, mulling it over and going through different things in my head. And finally, eventually it just clicked. It was fucking like instant. And I'll be honest with you, doing this video, I might get a little emotional because it has to do with my dad. And his birthday's coming up in about another month. And for this year, for some reason, I'm really struggling with it, with his death. And, this story takes place when I was 11 years old. And this is the start of it. This is the start of my t-shirt collecting, my t-shirt memorabilia, my t-shirt memories, my t-shirt photo album, I guess. I don't know what you would call it. My t-shirt collection. I actually say that, people are like, oh, you want one of these shirts? Like when you're at one of these shows and stuff, expos. I'm like, I actually collect t-shirts. Like that's what I say. I'm actually like a t-shirt collector. But it's really about the memories and it's about, having those memories and have them coming rushing right back where you re-feel them and you relive them again. So without further ado, let me get this thing going on the TV over here. So the t-shirt collecting began here. Hopefully this is loud enough so you guys can hear it. Let's turn it up. This is a song called The Ecstasy of Gold. I'm already emotional. So stupid. When I hear this song, I get so emotional. It has so much meaning to me. So 11 years old, it's about 1987 or 1988. And I want to go to Metallica. And my parents are like, you're fucking crazy. So my mom tasks my father with the job. He's going to Metallica with me. So my father, my cousin Chris, and myself. I had a friend, Jay Hickey, which I don't know whatever happened to Jay. He was a bit older than I was. But Christopher and my father are both passed on now. They're both dead. So we go, not knowing what to expect. It's my first concert ever. My father's at a heavy metal concert. And this song comes on, right? The lights go off, it's black. And this song plays. And none of us really know what's going on because Metallica's never been to Providence. It was the Providence Civic Center in Providence, Rhode Island. And I just remember the energy. It was, I remember looking up at my dad and he was like looking at the stage like, what the fuck is going on? Like I thought this was a heavy metal concert, right? My cousin Chris is like, woo, he's like yelling and stuff. And finally we see Lars come behind the drum set, his shadow. And we see James come to the front. At the time we see Jason. And right here is the point they're all on stage. And we all realize they're on stage. And we realize what's happening. The crowd realizes what's happening. And then this music plays. So at the time, their newest album was Injustice for All. So emotional. It's so stupid. And I just loved Metallica, man. I just loved Metallica. And my father was there, and that was pivotal because I think he understood, you know, it wasn't just a band to me, it was so much more. Let me shut this off because now this is where Blackened starts. So they break into this version of Blackened, and they're going fucking crazy, right? And all of a sudden, like, boom, this big explosion. My cousin's fucking screaming. My dad is like fucking taken back because he can't believe, you know, the crowd and how into it they are and stuff. And I remember at the time they had this video out called One. It was their first ever music video. And in the video, Lars Ulrich, the drummer, was wearing this white Metallica t-shirt. And at the time, white Metallica t-shirts didn't exist. This was like the first one. And it had the 4 of them on the front. It's a Metallica. And on the back, it had the 4 albums on the back. It had, you know, Master Puppets, Ride the Lightning, Kill 'Em All, and Injustice for All. And at this concert, I'm overwhelmed. I'm seeing my heroes on stage. My father's with me. He understands now. My cousin Chris, who's totally into it. My cousin Chris was into Metallica before I was. He's kind of who got me into Metallica. So I'm enjoying this amazing experience. And we walk by the concession stand. And what do we see? At the concession stand is the t-shirt I was just describing. This is the shirt that Lars Ulrich was wearing on the video for One. They were selling it at the concert. Now, this is not the original shirt. I actually wound up getting this one not too long ago. There's a lot of vintage places that you can still get the shirts. But I actually sought this shirt out specifically because I wanted to put it in my collection. I didn't realize this shirt was the one that started it all. This shirt was the first shirt that I bought that had an emotional attachment to it, that had a memory attached to it. It had such an amazing memory and such an emotional attachment that I wore this shirt in my fucking high school picture that year. So in my yearbook picture, I'm wearing this fucking shirt in that picture. And I'll tell you guys, it all clicked when I realized that was the fucking shirt. Every single time since then, I travel, I go to Australia, I'll buy a shirt, right? I travel, I go to Dubai, I buy a shirt. And I don't mean the one that says Australian or something, but something that I will wear, something that I usually can't find back home, something that as soon as I see it, it reminds me of that experience. And when I wear it out, I literally am reminded of that experience the whole time I'm wearing it. It's like a trigger for me. It's like a prop, I guess. I don't know. It's like a picture that I'm wearing on me that consistently reminds me of good memories, right? I don't really don't think I get t-shirts when something bad happens. It's always when something good happens. It's like a good memory for me. And that's kind of one of my, I don't know if you consider it a flaw, quirk. It's one of my quirks. I buy t-shirts to remember things. And that's where everything just kind of clicked. And I said, you know what? It boils down to something that happens to you as a child, right? I was an 11-year-old kid. And that experience was so moving to me. And I was so excited and I was so happy that, you know, and especially when I found the shirt, like at first the shirt wasn't a memory. It wasn't a picture. That's not why I bought it. I bought it because I had never seen it sold anywhere. Back then we didn't have online. So you'd have to go to the store. Well, the record stores and stuff didn't have it because they didn't sell it. They only sold it on tour. But I knew Lars was wearing it in the video, right? So I knew it was kind of, you know, a kind of hard to find t-shirt. So when I saw it, I said, oh, I got to get that one. And it was like, you know, $22 or something. Back then it was, you know, it wasn't expensive. Now they're like $50, but whatever it was back then. And my dad was like, okay, you know, okay, we'll get it. So he got it for me. And I wore that shirt. I'm pretty much wore it out. I mean, I wore it so much, I wore it out because nobody else had that shirt at school. None of my friends had the shirt. Nobody I knew had the shirt, right? Because a lot of them hadn't gone to the Metallica concert. But I was so proud that I had that shirt because I was like, this is something different. It's not what everybody else has. So for me, it was more about standing out rather than blending into the crowd. And as a byproduct, that shirt, which was so special and so specific and so rare at the time, became embedded with the memories from the concert. So now I'm realizing, like, I take things in not just t-shirts, but things like, you know, if a friend of mine gives me, I don't know, a bracelet that I think is ugly as fuck, you'll see me wearing the bracelet. Why? Because it's not really the bracelet. It's about the intent behind it. It's the memory behind it. It's the symbolism of it. And that's what I realized, like, I'm very into symbolism. I'm also a Freemason, right? Being a Freemason, we're very into symbolism. I have symbols all over my body, tattooed. I've put symbols all over my body. So looking back, I think that I've always kind of really been into symbolism itself. And it's taken on so many different aspects of my life that it's embedded in who I really am, right? Symbolism. And I think that by doing these things and going back and doing this shadow work, this is not a bad thing, shadow work. This is not trying to solve a problem. It's just trying to learn who I really am and why I do these things. Now, many people would never even get to this point and even want to know about themselves. They don't give a fuck. They go, I like t-shirts. I don't know, right? T-shirts are my thing. And they never go any further than that. Like, that's just not me. I'm like, okay, that's a clock. Well, how does it work? Well, it's got machine parts in it. Well, how do those work? Well, they're gears and they click like that. Well, how do those work? What turns the gears? How does the electricity get to it? Where does the battery go? Like, you know, how often do you have to change the batteries? That was me as a kid. It's me as an adult. So why the fuck would I not want to master myself, right? Master my own mind, understand myself, understand my psyche, right? Why would I not want to do that stuff and just go through life blindly saying this is just the way it is? Well, I think for me, being a drug addict, I had to go deeper and not just say this is the way it is. This is why it is like this. This is why I'm the way like this. And I think it, you know, going through drug addiction made me just aware of myself. Like I said, awake, you know, not woke. I'm awakened to myself and things around me that I think I wouldn't have been if I had never gone through drug addiction. So that's the end of the video, guys. I wanted to share that with you guys because, you know, I'm hoping that this video spurs something in you to do some work on yourself, to do some self-exploring and try to find out who you really are, why you do the things you do. Just don't take it for face value or take it for granted that you are like this or you do these things or you like this or you like that. Why? Why? Like, there's a whole world out there of why and who you are that most people never explore. They don't have any fucking concept. Well, how can you be the best version of yourself? How can you be the best husband, the best father, the best cousin, the best son, the best daughter, the best worker, the best whatever, if you don't even really know yourself, what you're capable of, your limits, and what makes you you? Like, if you don't know what makes you you, how can you be you? You just go through life blindly doing shit, not knowing? I mean, I guess some people do that. But for me, it's not. I can't do that. For me, it's a lot different. And the older I get, the more I look deeper into who I am and who the people are around me and my family and everything that I came up with. And, you know, it really is interesting to go, this is what makes me me. But in the end, I look at it like this: at least I know what makes me me. And I think that is super important. Thank you guys for listening. BiostreetTraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. BiostreetTraining.com is a blog. This is what makes me me, Bicep. And we are out.